Good girl. Hello, it's Tracy and Fleur here, and we are continuing with the in-hand journey to try to achieve our dream of Grand Prix one day. Previously we left off with the Spanish walk, and Fleur kept wobbling sideways off the track. So we had some brilliant advice from Jenku, and we've been working to improve that. So I'm going to show you where we're up to with the Spanish walk, which is, the aim for that is to develop passage and to free up the shoulders and make a really expressive passage. It's really, really hot today, and Fleur gets a bit zapped in the heat, so I'm going to just start with a little bit of piaffe just to turn the lights on. As you can see, she's a little sleepy. So Jenku, if you have any thoughts on the piaffe and where we're up to with the Spanish walk, that would be amazing. Thank you. Good girl. No, not that one. Come on, birds. No, not Spanish walk. Did you? Good girl. That is not what I was asking, but we'll give her a treat anyway. That's not what I wanted. Okay, come on, let's turn the lights on. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Good. Hey. Good. On the spot. Forwards. Good girl. Good girl. So, no, not yet, babes. Not yet. Good girl. Come on. Good. Shoulder in. Good. Down on the whip hand. Hey, hey, hey. Up, 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 up. And energy. Come, 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 come. And out. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Okay, let's have a look at the Spanish walk. Have we got enough room? Good. Yeah. This one. Yeah. This one. Yeah. This one. Yeah. And this one. Yes. Good girl. Whoops. Good girl. Whoops. She's like in Toy Story, you know that dog with the spring for his body, and the head goes, the front legs wander off on their own. So I think we need to bring the hind legs into the equation. Hang on, Bubs. Good girl. She's so trying. Good girl. Come on. But she's not wobbling off the track now, and it feels like she's really got the idea, which is lovely. Good girl. And up. Good. Left. Good. Right. Good. Left. Left. Good. Whoops. Bring the hind. Hind. Hey. Hind. Come on, let's do a little piaffe. Come. Good. And then left. Good. 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 Up. Good girl. Good.
Thank you, Tracy, for your lovely video with Fleur. I really enjoyed watching it because you just sounded as if you were having so much fun, and she was looking as if she was having so much fun. And I think that is the essence of learning. I think that's where the good stuff happens. So just from a motivation point of view, it's already obvious that you're shifting from extrinsic motivation to intrinsic motivation. In other words, initially we're doing it for the fame or for the medal, or we're doing it for the food or for the money, I think. But once you get into this place where you are now, where you're starting to do it because it feels nice to get it right, it's a very good place to be, and it's obvious that it's not only just for you but also for Fleur, something that is a pleasurable experience, and that I think is very, very nice for me to see. What I would like to do is I'm going to look at 3 things that you showed in the video that I would like to discuss. So the first thing is, as you walked forward, she was starting to do Spanish walk, and then it was very funny that you rewarded her for it, because, to use my flashcard analogy, imagine that I'm holding up a flashcard of an apple on it, and you say banana, and I go, yes, it's a banana, have £1. And then later on, when I hold the same flashcard up with an apple on it and you go banana, I go, no, it's not a banana. You are going to be confused. So it's really important. I know the positive intention was to reward her because she was so keen and she was just trying her heart out. And but definitely don't click a rewarder for it, because that will ultimately confuse her. So if anything, I would maybe just bring her back to a standstill, reset, neutral feet, neutral mind, click and reward her for just being a neutral feet, neutral mind, and then ask her to walk forward. And you can always reward her even walking forward as well, just to make sure that we don't crosswire her, because ultimately the intention is to train a Grand Prix level horse. So you don't want to build little glitches in that in the long run might come back and bite you. So it's, as a once-off, it's really not a problem. But if it becomes something that you do, let's say every second or third session, she offers you something like this, even just laughing at her and taking the pressure off for a moment to go, that was so funny, is a release of pressure, is in her mind an acknowledgement to say, oh, I did the right thing. Maybe that's what she wants. So some of the horses that I've worked with before knows that when I laugh, straight after that, the rider normally clicks and then gives the horse a reward. So they started slowing down just when they heard me laughing. So imagine the rider riding nice and forward canter, I laugh, the horse slams on brakes. so that's where I've learned this from. So it's literally just the positive intention is very much that we want to be absolutely clear. My cue was to walk forward, so don't offer me Spanish walk. And I'm not saying punish her for offering or for trying. Rather just come back to neutral, reset, even reward her, and then try again. Just so that each flashcard has its own specific. So there's a specific cue and there's obviously an appropriate response to each specific cue. And just make sure that we don't start mixing them up, because it will create confusion. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing, if you go back and you watch the video, it was really nice to see how you are so involved in the training. And I promise you, there are lots of people that do this. So you are not the only one. So no one can point fingers at you. In Africa, in actual fact, we have a saying that says, for every one finger that points that way, there's 3 fingers that points back. And so this is a kinesthetic thing. Learning for you is ultimately quite kinesthetic. So you're experiencing it in your body. For me, I'm more visual. So I can separate what I feel in my body and what I see. To me is 2 separate things, but kinesthetic people tend to really feel and experience the learning through their body. So and doing this with your hands, so when you watch your hands, both your hands are actually bouncing, and you're trying to do this with your body at the same time. So what happens, to demonstrate a little bit, is if you holding the right rein over within this rein you're holding here, and imagine that this is the bit. You're bouncing the bit in her mouth, and at a more advanced level, this is actually what we're going to be using to get more bounce in the passage. So what I would like to suggest is, if you stabilize your hand, so your right hand holding the whip, your left hand, if you can hold it really steady, and then the tap with the whip is literally just a flick of your wrist like this. So that is enough to create a half vault in her mouth. When you just do that with your hand, and try and really just concentrate on keeping your hands very steady, and then walking very quietly with your body like this, rather than doing this bouncy thing with your hands. And the reason why I'm saying that is, if you watch ballerina. They actually use the bar and they support themselves. Not they actually I have to correct myself there. They don't lean on the bar. They use the bar as a reference point when they stand and they watch themselves in the mirror. So what you do with the bit is you're actually creating a reference point for her that she can balance on, not lean, balance. So you're actually asking her, come a little bit up in your pole, lift the base of your neck, and then shift your balance to your hind quarter, shift your weight to your hind quarter, and then your whip says, and swing the back leg, swing the back leg, swing the back legs. Just so that is a clear cue to her, and so it's not doing this. It's very steady hands. And something that works really well, I'm sure you've noticed before, that I stand with my phone in my hand when I do lessons and I record the lesson. So obviously the obvious one is I'm recording the lesson, but it also trains my hands to be stable. So what is very useful is to actually go without Fleur, and if you walk sideways on the track and you literally just try and hold your phone really steady like this, so to train your eye-hand coordination, that your hands can do this. And then once you can do this just with your hands, then to try and keep your phone really steady and then walk at the same time. It's like, so that has really helped me to get my hands stable so that my hands don't do this. Once that is working, then the last one that I saw is like, it was really funny that you put the slinky dog into it. So the reason why she's doing that, so what's really nice about the Spanish walk now is she's really lifting and extending her legs out. And she's also no longer falling off the track and coming into the arena. So what we want to focus on next is you're going to cue her left front leg with your left hand to say lift and extend your left front leg. Then you're going to literally just tap her on the hind quarter like this to say and step forward with your two hind feet. And then with your right hand you're going to cue lift your right front leg and extend it. So in steps, step 1 is lifting and extending the left front leg. Step 2, tap the hind quarter, step with the back legs. Then step 3, lift the right front leg. Now the goal is to get it to a point where you can get diagonalized steps where you actually, as she brings up her left front leg and extend it, the right hind leg will swing forward simultaneously. Ultimately in a walk it's basically not possible, but that is, you're going to try and get those two legs to swing almost at the same time. So in a walk it's still a 4-beat rhythm, but you're going to try and work towards where you can get it almost diagonalized steps. So left front, right hind swings at the same time, right front, left hind swings at the same time. The day that she's able to do that, we can start playing with more towards passage, but those are the prerequisites in terms of building the buttons. And so instead of going left front, right front, and she just keeps walking away with her front legs and her hind legs get left behind, I actually would like for you to help her a little bit just to coordinate it, because it's a lot of things to think about for both her and you. So initially we literally just run it by the numbers. So step 1, left front leg, lift and extend, then tap on the croup to get the left hind leg, right hind leg to step forward and under, then lift the right hand to lift and extend the right front leg, and then repeat. So we just run that same pattern over and over again. I trust that this is a useful answer, and once again I really enjoyed watching the video because it was so obvious that you and her were both having fun, and I think that is what it's all about, because the moment you start having fun, that's where the optimum learning takes place. That's when we go into the zone, and that's what it's about. Making the little mistakes, those are the things that we can work on. But I think the hardest thing to create is that that desire to learn in the human, which is obviously there, but maybe a little bit harder. How do we create the desire to learn in a horse? And how do we help them not to be afraid to fail? So in her mind, there's no fear of failure, because the worst thing that happens to her if she gets it wrong is we go, no, it wasn't what I wanted, just try again. Rather than, no, that's not what I want, or no, that's not what I want. It's so nice to see that there's no fear of failure in both you and her. I very, very much appreciate this, and please keep it up. Never ever lose this. I trust that this is a useful answer. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask, and I'm really looking forward to your next video.